All right, free radicals, welcome. My name is Dave. This is the Radical Independent. And thanks for being here. This video kind of inspired by stuff going on my other channel because I posted this article from Newsweek. People, Newsweek is actually talking about this. Their headline is quite provocative. It says, what does it say here? Let me get the headline. Was C.J. Harris cause of death the thing? That would be the protocol that you have to do your visit to Walgreens or to CVS or Rite Aid, okay? And then they go on to say what we know and what we don't know. This article dropped about 3 hours ago. In case you didn't know, we had another one of those unexplained sudden death things happen. Some conservatives, here's their article. Some conservatives on social media floated the idea that former American Idol contestant C.J. Harris died because of the thing, even though the cause of death is yet to be confirmed. The singer died at age 31 on Sunday, full stop, in Jasper, Alabama. That's according to a newspaper called The Deadline. Oh, that's really not a good name for the paper. The county's coroner, Joey Vick, said that Harris arrived at the Walker Baptist Medical Center suffering from, get ready, health distress. He died shortly after CPR was performed on him. Okay. Harris's family members told TMZ that he died of a heart attack. Meanwhile, an autopsy has been done, but more tests are needed to identify the cause of the singer's death. Now, what's a little bit distressing over on the other channel is I posted this not as a video, but just as a link inside the Patreon community, where, again, you can join Patreon for a measly $1 a month, maybe $2, whatever you'd like to give to that particular platform, that fundraising apparatus, which skims a whole bunch of money for themselves. But what are you going to do? I appreciate all the patrons over there. But I had a couple of people who, again, well, I thought you were going to talk about music today, Dave, and you post this. Did you catch who this was? This was a former American Idol contestant. He was a singer. Okay. He also auditioned for The Voice and The X Factor. In 2014, he auditioned again for American Idol when he was working at a restaurant and had a footing in the indie music industry. Again, C.J. Harris performs. They have a picture of him here performing at the Greek Theater back in 2014. So it is somewhat music related. Now, as you know, I'm really not a conservative, okay? Because number one, conservatives aren't conserving anything. Number two, the first three letters in the word conservative is con, all right? They are conning you into thinking that they are different. The entire Congress is bought and paid for by the medical industrial complex. And people run around and they say, Dave, I don't understand why you're talking about this. This is just another medical coincidence. Even the article can't get around to talking about a heart attack. They just can't do it. It's too much, too difficult. We can't confirm what caused this. And I guess the premise is this always happens. It's always happened in the past. It happened at the same frequency. I don't know. I've seen some very disturbing data. Again, go check out The Last American Vagabond. Go check out the work of Naomi Wolf or Robert Kennedy Jr. By the way, all of those people I just cited, those aren't right-wingers, okay? Just throwing it out there. Those aren't your MAGA, Trump, hat wearing, whatever. Those are just people who are interested in this story because, well, it kind of involves the end of humanity. It's no big deal, right? So, Dave, why are you not talking about, like why Richie Blackmore is still mad at Ian Gillan? I don't know. Not much going on over there. That's why the story is like 40 years old. I don't think I need to talk about it. And there's really not much going on. I kind of have a niche over there, and I stick to things that people expect me to address. And, because I'm not talking about super obscure musicians, and I do have bands on the show that people haven't heard of before. So yes, it is a music-based channel. But a couple of years ago, I decided that because humanity appears to be heading down a slippery slope to its own demise, I decided to jump in and start to talk about things that I believe are a little bit more important. The response always is, well, you cannot make this connection. Why are people so afraid to make this connection? Why is it? Because they've all been duped? And if they did it themselves, they're going to feel like crap? I get that. I totally understand that. I have friends that are absolutely terrified right now. And honestly, they should be. I don't want any harm to anybody. And I would, if I were them, I would start looking into some kind of detox protocol. I don't know if there's one that can actually reverse what this does, but if I were that person, I'd be researching day and night trying to figure that out. And so even if this only affects a fraction, like they got the right batch or something, it only affects those people. How many people did this? Something like 6 billion from what I've heard. 6 billion with a B. And the world has got 8 billion? So again, you do the math. I think that's 75% did it. I know the Georgia Guidestones were knocked down, but remember what those Guidestones said? There'd still be too many of us, even if this succeeds. And I don't think it's going to succeed at that level. I'm praying it doesn't succeed at that level, but what if it does? What if it does? I mean, HBO has a new series that I caught wind of, and it looks to be like the end. It's basically a story about the last survivors on the planet. And from what I've heard, it's also not politically correct. It's not talking about, the cows farted too much, or we just ate too much pork, and that's the reason that the world has ended. Of course, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things about it. And I don't have HBO Max, and it's really stupid. I've got to pay $15 a month again, because every so often, one of these stupid channels has one show that I want to go and watch. But anyway, getting back to you can't talk about CJ Harris. What happened to CJ Harris? Look the other way. It's just another medical coincidence. Just get over it and move on and talk about something else. And this is humanity right now. We're all looking down at our devices. Too busy to look up. Oh, yeah, I see there's a car wreck over there. Well, I got to check out what my friend is doing over on Facebook, Oh, I got to post some pictures on Instagram. Oh, TikTok videos. I got to make more of them. Folks, we're in a matrix. We are in a spiraling matrix going downward into the abyss. I don't foresee this getting any better anytime soon. As far as these coincidences, here's what I did today. Jokingly, I sent a text to one of my friends. I said, hey, anybody croak today? And he sends back CJ Harris. I'm like, who's? So I looked it up because I'm not a big fan of American Idol. I'm like, holy crap, what's going on? Again, I mean, it's almost every day. And I think if you're really keeping track, if there's a website out there that keeps track of this stuff, somebody needs to direct me to it. There's this guy who does this blog. It's called COVID and Coffee. And that's really good, by the way. It's a really good blog. He does a good job with some of this stuff, but he misses a few. Anyway, folks, all I want to do is get to the truth of all of this. I'd like this to stop, too. And if this is the cause of this person's death, the speculation, the tinfoil hat stuff, the conservatives. Oh, okay. How about libertarians, conservatives, old school progressives, independents, people who aren't, in the matrix or who can kind of see outside of the propaganda? And if you think you're being fed the correct information from these people, after what we learned about JFK, what we know about 9/11, I could go down a list of things. The pretext for war in Iraq. Yeah, baby. That was a good idea, right? How many lives? How many civilians were killed in that? Well, we gotta go get the terrorists. The terrorists over there. We fight terror over there. We don't have to fight the terrorists over here. Thank you, George. Good job. I'm sure you made your daddy proud when you did all that stuff. Anyway, folks, that's my video. I'm hoping to have a couple of good guests this week. High-end, high-caliber people on the show. At least one. I don't know about two, but I'll keep you in the loop or they'll just show up. So subscribe to the channel. If you want notifications on new videos, hit the bell, and I will see you soon.